Hi guys, welcome back. It's that time for my weekly makeup basket, and I think last week, if you watched that one, I didn't really change much. I had a few things going on, and so I pretty much left it as it was. But this week I have had a bit of a clean out and a changeover. I'm going away tomorrow, so I need to pack up my travel makeup. So pretty much what I've got in here today is what I'm going to be taking this week for traveling. So I've cleaned it all up. I've had a bit of a lighten up and changed out all my eyeshadows and blushes. So let's have a quick look at what I've got in here. So firstly, things that haven't changed. I think you know the drill. These are all my weekly staples that I must have. We've got the makeup finishing spray, Mary Kay. I love this stuff, especially for summer. It just helps to set your makeup and stop it from having that powdery look. I've got my foundation, W130, which is the equivalent to Ivory 5. I've got this in the MAC formula. This foundation is amazing. It just stays so matte. Let me know if you would like me to do a proper review on this. I think I've got it on my list to do like one of those full day ones, just to show you exactly how it holds up on an oily skin. This one is starting to get a bit empty, so I'm going to continue on using this up so that then I can throw it away. I've also keeping in here my highlighting pen in shade 1. These are the old style. Absolutely love these. Just fantastic for brightening under the eyes. I've got my mascara in the Lash Love. I think I've probably only got a few more weeks left of this one. It is starting to get a little bit harder to use, so we'll finish that up before I open another one. I've got my highlighting drops. This one here, I've talked about this before. The lid broke on mine, so I have to actually try and use the dropper, but for some reason the dropper doesn't really work either, so I end up trying to scoop it out. And all I do is mix it with my foundation in my hands and apply it that way, and it just gives a beautiful sort of a warm glow to the skin without being greasy looking. So that's what I really like about that one. I've still got in here my MAC finishing powder in Soft and Gentle. I absolutely love this. It's just such a nice lightweight highlighter, so it doesn't look too shiny, because I don't like that wet look. I just want to have a bit of a glow, so this one is perfect. So I've also got in here the mineral foundation in the color Ivory 1, which sometimes I use just as a foundation on its own, and sometimes I use it as just a finishing powder. So I find it actually sets the liquid foundation really, really nice and just gives that total flawless finish. And probably for the rest of the staples in here, I've got eye primer, of course. And now that if you've seen my other video about Mary Kay in New Zealand and Australia closing down, I am desperately hoping I can get my hands on some more of these, because I cannot live without this product. So yeah, not sure what we're going to do about that one. And probably the other staple is the foundation primer with SPF 15. And once again, I'm probably about halfway through this, so it'll get me through the rest of this summer, and that's about it, I think. So what else have I got in here? I've got my volumizing brow tint. I've started using it again this week. I think it's been in my box for several months now, and I haven't actually been using it, but anyway, this week I pulled it out and I've totally fallen in love with it again. I've got my gel eyeliner. It is getting really hard to use though, and so I think what I'm going to do is, hopefully this week they're opening up the online ordering for us consultants here, so that we can get in and make one final purchase of products. So I'm really hoping I can maybe get a couple of these. Otherwise I'm going to have to move on to something else. I've got my bronzer. This is the Revlon Colorstay Mineral Finishing Powder. It's such a pretty bronzer. It's very shimmery though. I've seen pictures online of the new Mary Kay one in the States, and I would so love to get my hands on that one, but obviously that's not going to happen now. So it kind of looked very similar to this. So anyway, I'm loving that one, especially for on the chest, because it just has a really, really nice glow. I've got to make a better effort this week to use my lip primer. I did use it a couple of times and there's hardly anything left there now. There's only a little nub, so I think I'm going to have to get a spatula in there just to get out the last little bit. But I really like using this with the lip liner. So this one I've got is in Dusty Pink. There's not much left of this one either. And for lipstick, the one I'm using is the one that I've got on today, and this one is an oldie. It's called, showing as blind as a bat, this one is called Mystic Mauve. It's one of these old ones. I don't know if you remember these. It's not really a mauve color, it's more of a berry, and it's just a really, really nice plum color. So I really quite enjoy those sorts of colors. So, and particularly with the color palette that I've chosen. So probably the biggest change that I've got for this week is, because I'm going away, I wanted to cut down my eyeshadows and my blush down to just concentrating on a few colors. To try and use up some stuff that I've got in my kit, but also just so that I don't get so overwhelmed with everything. And also obviously taking an overnight bag onto the plane, you want to go with minimal stuff if possible. So I've finally filled up this compact. This compact is gorgeous. I absolutely love the feel of this and the finish of it. It's very, very chic and classy. And I'll try not to blind you with the mirror. This is how I have filled it. So I'll read out the colors for us in just a second. But I've gone with the berries, the pinks, the plums, and the greys. The blush that I've gone with is watermelon, so it's also got a highlighting powder in here, which to be honest, I use more as eyeshadow and for the inner corners of my eyes. I just really like that sort of, it's a very soft pink. It's a nice glow though, this, and I have used it a lot on my cheeks as well. And as you can see, I have actually hit pan on that side of it, which is unbelievable because I wouldn't think I'd ever use up a highlighter. It's kind of a scary color in the pan for the blush side of it, but it's actually a beautiful summery pink, just a really nice hot pink flush to the skin. And as long as you go carefully with it, you'll be fine. But a light hand is best, and build it up slowly rather than going in too hard. And then the eyeshadows I've got are actually all old formula ones. They're not the new ones. So there's probably some favorites in here if I can figure out how to get them out. So the first one is the cream one, which is a frost, and this one is crystalline, which I'm sure you'll all be familiar with if you're Mary Kay people. The second one is, it's actually worn off the back, but it's rose, and I'm not sure if it's got a second word to it, but it's just a very pretty frosty pink. It's quite a subtle one. It doesn't have a lot of payoff. And then I've got Sweet Plum, which is an all-time favorite. It's a beautiful winey purple color. And then for the other side, I've got Hazelnut, which is a good old favorite. As you can see, I've hit pan there a lot. So this is a great crease color. I really, really love Hazelnut, and it's a matte. And then I've got Silver Satin, which is a really nice gray. I wouldn't call it cool tone, and I wouldn't call it warm tone either, so I'm not too sure there. And it's got a bit of a sheen to it, but it's not frosty. So I really like that color. And then I've also got this one, and it's called Black Pearl. So it's not really a dark black like coal. It's a very dark charcoal gray, and it's quite nice for, I like to put my eyeliner on, which is black, and then get a smudger brush and smudge this along the lash line as well. Or if I don't want to wear eyeliner, then sometimes I'll just use this along the lash line. It just helps to darken that area without it being too harsh and black. So there you go. That is the palette that I'm taking away with my makeup bag. And that is everything for this week's makeup basket. So I'm quite proud on how I've been getting through some stuff. Finally, it seems to have taken a long time, but we are actually starting to use up a few things, which is really nice. So I just think a concentrated effort, and I'll be able to clean out a few more. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video, and it inspires you to go and have a look through your stash, have a clean out, use up some things, or maybe chuck out if they're expired. And I wish you all a great week, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks guys, bye.